Do you avoid small talk because it feels awkward or draining? You're not alone. In fact, studies show that up to 40% of introverts struggle with social interactions, and a significant number feel overwhelmed in casual conversations. But here's the surprising part. Introverts can actually be better at small talk than extroverts, and they don't have to change who they are to do it. Imagine walking into any room, feeling confident enough to talk to anyone, and leaving with a stronger connection every time. Sounds impossible? It's not. In this guide, we're going to break down simple strategies that will change the way you approach small talk forever. Whether you're at a networking event, a party, or just chatting with a coworker, these techniques will help you stand out without forcing yourself to be someone you're not. By the end of this guide, you'll not only master small talk but also unlock new opportunities for growth, trust, and even leadership, without the stress of pretending to be an extrovert. Ready to dive in? Let's start. Chapter 1. Unlock the power of the pause. Why silence is your secret weapon. Introverts often think that silence works against them in conversations. But in reality, it's one of the strongest tools they can use. Studies show that people who pause before speaking are perceived as more thoughtful and confident. When you wait a beat to gather your thoughts, you show the other person that you're truly listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. In fact, a 2018 study published in Psychological Science found that pauses in conversation lead to more meaningful exchanges. Instead of filling the space with nervous chatter, let a pause hang for a moment. It'll make you appear more reflective and poised, qualities that are highly respected in leaders. Remember, a thoughtful pause can speak louder than any rushed comment. Chapter 2. The art of asking questions. Become the most interesting person in the room. Did you know that the best conversationalists aren't the ones talking the most? It's actually the people who ask great questions. Research from Harvard Business Review found that leaders who ask open-ended questions are better at building rapport and trust. Instead of worrying about what to say next, shift your focus to asking questions. Make them open-ended, like, what's your favorite part of your job? Or, how did you get into that field? People love talking about themselves. When you ask genuine, curious questions, they'll feel appreciated and engaged. For introverts, this takes the pressure off having to constantly think of things to say. Instead, you're guiding the conversation with curiosity, which naturally leads to stronger connections. Remember, leadership is built on empathy and understanding, which is exactly what asking the right questions shows. Chapter 3. Tapping into your unique strengths. How to lead without being loud. Introverts tend to be humble, but don't confuse humility with a lack of influence. Research by Quiet Revolution revealed that introverts often make better leaders in environments where deep thinking and careful planning are key. Introverts are also known for their listening skills, an underrated leadership trait. By listening closely, you understand the needs and feelings of others. This builds trust and helps guide the conversation in a more meaningful direction. As an introvert, you don't have to be loud or extroverted to lead. Your ability to step back, think critically, and respond thoughtfully makes you naturally magnetic in group settings. In fact, many successful leaders, including Bill Gates and Barack Obama, are introverts who used their quieter nature to their advantage. If you're finding these tips useful, don't forget to subscribe. You'll get more actionable advice on mastering conversations, building leadership skills, and navigating social situations with confidence. Chapter 4. The 3-minute rule. How to own any interaction. No matter how short, have you ever felt like you didn't have enough time to make an impact in a conversation? Here's a quick fix: the 3-minute rule. It's simple. Within the first 3 minutes of any interaction, aim to create a memorable impression. Start by introducing yourself with confidence, make a comment that adds value, and ask a well-placed question. A Forbes study found that people make judgments about you within seconds of meeting you. So, when you have just a few minutes, make them count. If you're at a party or event, and someone asks how you're doing, avoid giving a generic answer like, "I'm good." Instead, say, "I'm feeling great. Just read a fantastic book on leadership that changed the way I approach problem solving." This approach not only makes you stand out but shows you're invested in sharing your interests and insights. Those first 3 minutes can set the tone for lasting connections. Chapter 5. Small talk as a tool for building trust. Why every conversation matters. Small talk isn't just idle chatter, it's actually the foundation of trust. According to The Trusted Advisor by David H. Maister, trust is built through frequent, seemingly inconsequential interactions. These short exchanges are where relationships begin, especially in leadership. When you ask about someone's day or share a light moment, you're creating a space where both of you can feel comfortable. Even introverts can use this to their advantage. Small talk isn't about depth, it's about showing interest and warmth. Over time, these moments add up to something much bigger. Think of it as laying down the bricks for a strong relationship. When someone sees you as a trustworthy, approachable person, they'll naturally want to engage with you more, whether at work or in personal situations. Chapter 6. From Introvert to Influencer. How to turn small talk into leadership moments. Here's the ultimate goal: transforming small talk into leadership moments. A great leader doesn't need to dominate every conversation, they know how to guide it in meaningful directions. According to Dare to Lead by Brené Brown, leadership is about vulnerability and connection, not about being the loudest voice in the room. Introverts have the ability to lead through their thoughtful contributions and listening skills. When you connect with someone through small talk, you can subtly steer the conversation toward more significant topics. For example, after discussing a favorite hobby or book, you might ask, "Have you ever thought about how that ties into leadership?" This opens the door for a deeper conversation and showcases your ability to turn any interaction into an insightful dialogue. Over time, small talk can be the perfect opportunity to demonstrate leadership, influence, and authority, without ever needing to shout. Remember to hit subscribe if you want more tips on leading with confidence, becoming a better communicator, and using small talk to your advantage. You won't want to miss what's coming next.